So, good evening, everyone. Now, I saw in the media that we have a Border Road Organization of India is constructing the roads on the LAC, line of actual control. They're constructing the bridges across the LAC, line of actual control. It can be the China border, it can be the Pakistan border, whatever it may be, but we have to construct, we have to make sure that we have the correct road access, air access, and water access to the Indian borders, where we have the maximum chances of infiltration of the foreign people, drug terrorism, human terrorism, and any other type of terrorism which can happen at the LAC. So we have constructed more than 20 bridges in the Himachal Pradesh. We have constructed more than 20 bridges in the Jammu and Kashmir. We have constructed more than 20 bridges in the Uttarakhand. We have constructed more than 20 bridges in the Arunachal Pradesh. We have constructed more than 20 bridges in the Sikkim. We have constructed because by the land we have to take our defense system, the defense tanks and those things to the borders, such that when the time permits, we should be ready to fight. This is a time of Third World War. We should be ready. And our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and President Draupadi Murmu ji have planning to update about 1,000 villages across the borders of India, Pakistan, and India, China. That is a very good actually. You have to give the border village peoples the electric facility, border village people you have to give the road facility, border village people you have to give all the infrastructure such that you will have a protection at the border. Once there is the protection at the border, how can you expect the protection inside the country? I classify it as 5 stages. One is border security, and the other one is the national security, state security, district-wise security, and the taluka-wise security and village-wise security. This is major securities which you come across. Rather than that, when you come to the social securities, the first one is border security, and the second one is securities at the schools, colleges, and the workplaces, and the third one is the security at the while going in the road, and the fourth one is the securities at the home, and the securities at the hostels. It's a very, very important, but you have to classify the securities in that way. It is nothing that we are right-wing people, we are conservatism people, we give protection, we give safety, you can say, you will do that. But when it comes to the securities at the school level, when you come to the securities and safety at the college level, when it comes to the safety and security at the workplace level, what is the action you have taken? What is the program you have taken? We know that we live in a 26th and 2nd century. We are advanced. We have more technologies. We are introducing every new technologies in our armies, in our navies, and in our air force. But why can't you give the technologies to the schools and colleges and the workplaces where they can tackle these type of any harassment happening at the schools, colleges, and workplaces and the roads, which can be tackled and which correct action can be taken? Do you have taken any steps to prevent it? No, that is, you have to do it. I'm not speaking only about India, I'm speaking about whole world. You have to take the actions. You have to follow installation of CCTVs. 90% of those CCTVs doesn't work. Anywhere in the government hospitals you take, government offices you take, in the police stations you take, in anywhere you take, just for the namesake it will be there, and 90% of the CCTVs and cameras in the government offices, schools, colleges, and the roads does not work. This is what you say. Not only the CCTV, there should be a force ready to tackle these type of actions. See, for example, in America, if there is some people quarreling on just, even though they are relatives or anything, if they do any nuisance in the bus stand or on the road, suddenly the force will come and catch them and they will put them into jail. No, nothing. Do you have that much type of actions taking forces in the schools, colleges, roads, workplaces in India? Or any other country across the world? We have to be that much tackled. In Saudi Arabia, there is a facility for the online. Online, they will, police station, no people will be there, just online. They have to go there, they have to lodge their complaint, they'll get the acknowledgement after lodging the complaint. And the person who is taking action, you cannot see them, you cannot force on him, or you cannot do anything to the person who is taking action on those people. That's what I'm trying to use this. And they say that in Saudi Arabia, about 25% of the cranes and the construction instruments are in Saudi Arabia. Are in desert, they're converting it into a visiting place. They're converting it into a place where the people can stay. That much hot weather, that much a desert. And you have everything in India. It's a prosperous nation. It's a wealthy nation. It's a green nation. It's a forest nation, and naturally having all resourceful nation, and you cannot develop it. What is this happening? This is what we wanted to. This is to see this only we have come to the world. Or active, they are maximum fastest working and the highest improved technologies. They are inculcating. They are encouraging them. They are doing development. Their construction work is continuously going on in Saudi Arabia. 25% of the construction items are there in Saudi Arabia, and 25% of the world's construction work is happening in Saudi Arabia. And so it's a desert. What is happening in India? And you say nonsense. There are government companies, government factories, chemical and fertilizer companies. You are going to close them. Simply saying laws. Dramas, natakbazis. What is this happening? I know the core of Indian money. I know the core of Indian financial system. I know the core of Indian economy. No. You cannot. Today I saw the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech about 5 fertilizer companies have been reopened in India, and they are manufacturing the urea for the people of India, a good quality. Bharat Urea is a company, government company, a same quality, a good quality, uniform urea will be supplied to all the farmers across the world, across India. Ramagunda fertilizer company in Andhra Pradesh today spoke. This is the change we wanted. India is a very poor country. People are very poor. No, who told you India is poor? Who told you? The people who are having gold, diamond, silver, when you go dig the earth, you are getting the gold, diamond, and these people are poor. And you are saying the people who are having petrol, diesel, and Rahu Ketus, Rakshasi bills are rich. How come? Can you accept it? Can you imagine what you're saying and what you're thinking? So this is not going to be accepted. So we will definitely do the improvement and development and for the safety. I told you, manufacturing, the domestic manufacturing, you have to improve. Domestic manufacturing, you have to increase. Domestic generation of money, income generation, you have to improve. That's what I will discuss about those things later. But I think if I am the Prime Minister of India, about 50% of the construction items of the world will be in India. And world's 50% of construction work will happen in India if I am the Prime Minister. I dare you. I am going to prove it. I will do it. All villages I will construct RCC buildings. I construct from my government money for all the villages. No kacha houses. I will give them houses. I will give them money. I will give them employment. Whole India, I will make India, whatever you have done it in foreign or other nations, that I will do it here. Swachh Bharat, our Prime Minister is saying Swachh Bharat, Swachh Bharat. You can't do it. Why can't you do it? I will concrete all the roads in India across all villages of India, all cities of India. Concrete roads I will construct. I will make a dust-free environment, create dust-free environment for whole of India. I can do this. I know that. And what Dr. Thipperudraswamy has done in all the last 5 years is just observation. And that observation where he is going to implement is onto the Conservatism party. When the Conservatism party is in administration, they can do this type of development. They have to do, they will do, they must do. development, domestic generation of income is very important. So this I can say, but I can discuss more things later. But it's just I'm trying to say, I told to the mission and to they really told also that Chinese people infiltrating in India and looting Indian money. I'm not going to tolerate. I'm just no cases on them. Any Chinese, any foreigner infiltrating in India and looting Indian money, no cases. Direct shoot, direct shoot, direct shoot. No warning, no cases, nothing. I will just shoot. If I am the Prime Minister of India, if I am the President of India, no cases on any foreign infiltrators in India, just shoot. I don't have time to put case on them and do the investigation. No, I will just shoot them. No, I don't want any foreigners in India. Judicial terrorism, what you do? Raju, Prime Minister of India, ex-Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi, this murderer, who came from foreign, have been released in India, freed by the Supreme Court of India. I call this as a judicial terrorism. Judicial terrorism, and I am going to take strict action against this judicial terrorism. I am going to take strict action against this judicial terrorism. No, I cannot withstand these type of activities. It's against my perception, it is against my ideology, it is against my culture, it is against my philosophy, it is against my color also. I cannot do it. No. So I'm warning, so these are the things which irritates me. I don't know, I have to come to the public domain and say these things. Good luck anyhow. Let's meet next time with a very, very good, knowledgeable things in my mind. Good luck. Jai Ganesh, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shankar, Jai Bhavani, Jai Hind, Bolo Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Thank you. हर हर मोदी घर घर मोदी हर हर महादेव जय वडरा जय वडरा थैंक यू